Out at Destination D. Now, some of you may have been there when I said that the teams are thinking big when it comes to EPCOT. Today we'll give you a peek at some of what we are doing so you can imagine just how big we're thinking. Now, our work on the park is centered around a few guiding principles. We want to keep it true to the original vision while making it more timeless, more relevant, more family, and more Disney. We're also ensuring that these plans incorporate what we've been hearing from our guests, especially from our families with young children. They love EPCOT, but they wanted to have a little bit more of that Disney wow factor. And that's why we asked an Imagineer who worked on the original plans for EPCOT to now lead the teams in updating it. Many of you may recognize him from his role in Horizons, and he's earned a distinction reserved for very few, meeting his own animatronic. Please join me in welcoming Tom Fitzgerald. Thanks for joining me here, Tom. We've got a great crowd here.
Happy to be here, Bob, although I have to say, I still wish I looked like one of those two guys in the picture.
I don't think you've changed a bit. You look just the same.
Thanks, Bob.
All right. So it's been about 6 months since we first hinted at our big plans for EPCOT. And before we share some news about what's coming, Tom, I'd like to ask you a little bit about how we're approaching this work, because EPCOT means so much to all of our fans.
Sure. Well, EPCOT has always been, from day one, an optimistic celebration of the real world brought to life through the magic of Disney. It's really kind of a living showcase of the world we have created and the world we continue to create together. It's a place where the real becomes fantastic and the fantastic becomes real. And while EPCOT gets ready to celebrate, believe it or not, its 35th anniversary in Florida, back up in Glendale, our Imagineering team is busy at work planning for EPCOT's future.
And what a future we have in store. I mean, that's especially true when you consider World Showcase.
It's a really special place where guests of all ages can experience the cultures from around the world in a global community, and guests love it. And it's no surprise that these beautiful countries and their histories have inspired many of Disney's most beloved films. You all know that Norway serves as the inspiration for Disney's animated hit film Frozen, and last year we opened Frozen Ever After at our Norway Pavilion. My colleague Kathy Mangan, who's somewhere in the house, and her team did an incredible job, and it is a huge hit with our guests.
You know, Tom, in fact, they love it so much they're requesting more fast passes for that attraction than any other attraction in EPCOT this year. And we want to build on that success so that World Showcase celebrates both real countries and the worlds that they inspire. So I'm thrilled to announce we'll be adding a brand new attraction, Ratatouille. To an entirely new area right past the Eiffel Tower. It's going to be patterned after our popular attraction at Disneyland Paris. Guests are going to shrink down to the size of Remy and join him on a crazy race throughout the kitchen and Gusteau's restaurant. Ratatouille is already the #1 attraction at Disneyland Paris, and we really think it's going to be a great addition to EPCOT.
And we're also looking at enhancing some of our existing attractions. For example, we're creating a brand new film for the China Pavilion, and we're doing it with some new technology. We all know that Walt Disney was a master at innovating, and throughout his career he created so many different storytelling and motion picture firsts. One of his favorites was Circle Vision 360, which debuted here at Disneyland, and it's been a staple at World Showcase at EPCOT since its beginning. Well, now, taking a cue from Walt and the original Circle Vision, we're creating a next-generation digital camera system, much as we did for Soarin', and we're going to be taking this rig on the road to film our very first seamless Circle Vision show for the China Pavilion.
So I promise you, this is just a glimpse of what we have planned for World Showcase. So stay tuned, because there's much more to come. And as you all know, there's a whole other part of this park too. This evolution is designed to stay true to the DNA of EPCOT, particularly those ideals of optimism and hope and awe and wonder of our world. And as this blue sky artist concept drawing shows, we also have big plans for the front of EPCOT. Now, it's going to continue to build on EPCOT's celebration of creativity and ingenuity.
That's right. EPCOT is a reassurance that we are part of something great. If we can dream it, we can do it. And EPCOT has always been a place where the real becomes fantastic, where you can train to be an astronaut or you can travel beneath the seas. But it's also become a place where the fantastic becomes real. For example, talking to a sea turtle named Crush, or soaring around the world in 4.5 minutes. And now that fantastic is about to become real in a whole new way.
That's because we're thrilled to announce today that EPCOT will soon have a brand new e-ticket attraction based on the rock and action-packed world of Guardians of the Galaxy. This epitomizes our goals for EPCOT in a way that stays true to the original ideals. It's also more timeless, more relevant, more family, more Disney. And it will really give fans that sense of wow that they've come to expect from Disney.
So the Guardians are going to take our guests on an out-of-this-world adventure, but it will still be very rooted in an EPCOT story. In fact, the reason that the Guardians have come to EPCOT in the first place is that young Peter Quill actually visited EPCOT as a kid.
Who knew? So Tom, how in the world did you get that photo?
Rocket stole it from the Guardian.
Yeah, that collector. Of course he did. So guests at Disney California Adventure already love stepping into the worlds of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And we're excited to give guests in Florida a chance to experience this world in a new way. Now the teams are working on all of this and more in time for the opening of Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. Now, work of this magnitude obviously is going to take some time, but in the meantime, Tom, tell them what's in store for guests starting this summer.
Okay. Next month, we'll be reopening Mission Space, and when we do, we're adding a brand new mission to join the already popular Orange mission. Our partners at ILM have worked their magic on making the Mars mission look even more incredible, but wait till you see what we've created with them for the all-new Green mission. Guests are going to blast off for an orbital adventure around our planet, and as you can see in some of these clips, it's kind of like soaring around Earth. With this green mission, what's really great is that younger kids can join the adventure for the very first time.
And this is just one more example of how we're looking to enhance what we already love about EPCOT and following one of our guiding principles to give families even more opportunities to join the park together. Tom, we've got some other extraordinary plans. What else would you like to share with us?
Oh, there's a lot I'd love to share with you today. But I'll save that for the next time. I'll tell you one more thing. We all know that guests love dining at EPCOT. It's one of the real keys of EPCOT. And the restaurants there really are out of this world. But now we're about to create one that takes that literally. Adjacent to Mission Space will be a brand new table service restaurant that will invite you to travel high above the earth, where you'll enjoy great meals and an even greater view.
That's fantastic, Tom. I know all of us are wondering where we might see your next animatronic head. So,
Well, I don't know where Subway is going to be, but from the looks of this and everything else we have on board, I think I'll be spending a lot of time at EPCOT.
Thanks, Tom. Tom for sure. Okay, so this really is just the tip of the iceberg of what we've got in store for EPCOT. Transforming that special park in preparation for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary is going to be a very big priority for us. But as you know, at Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, we aim big when it comes to celebrating milestones. So there's one more thing here.